Hi, I'm Kathleen Jasper, and today I want to show you what all of this actually looks like when it shows up in a real test question, because it's always easier when we see it in context. I'm going to walk you through how test makers think and what to look for so you don't get tricked. Let's start with one of the most common traps: questions that ask for the not answer. Here's your anchor. Phonemic and phonological awareness are sound-only skills. You can do them in the dark. No letters needed. So if three answer choices are clearly about sounds and one suddenly involves letters or print, that odd one out is often your answer. I call this the three of a kind move. Identifying beginning sounds, ending sounds, or deleting sounds, those are phonemic awareness skills. Deleting is actually higher on the continuum because you're manipulating phonemes, like say bat, now delete the B. But clapping syllables puts us in phonological awareness because syllables are bigger chunks of sound. And this is where tests get annoying because syllables can drift into phonics if you're visually dividing written words. If you're clapping rabbit, that's sound-based. If you're splitting it on paper, now letters matter. That brings us to phonics, which is where print is required. A fast way to spot phonics is the phrase letter-sound correspondence. Silent letters, vowel teams, are controlled vowels. You cannot do those without seeing the letters. You can't identify a silent K unless it's written. So when you get a next step question, students have mastered consonants and short vowels like cat and bat. Think systematic instruction. Silent letters are too big of a jump. R-controlled vowels are more advanced. Vowel teams and diphthongs are trickier. The best answer is usually the next manageable layer, often long vowel patterns that build directly on what students already know. Don't leap into the deep end. You'll also see questions that mix concepts of print with the alphabetic principle. Concepts of print are things like tracking left to right, top to bottom, and holding a book correctly. The alphabetic principle is understanding that letters represent sounds. An activity where students stretch out sounds and write phonetically hits both. Just tracking print or identifying punctuation doesn't really hit the alphabetic principle. Then come decoding questions. Vowel teams like AU or trigraphs like GHT. When you see answer choices, watch for this word: explicit. Explicit, systematic, and recursive show up everywhere in test specs. If the issue is phonics, you don't fix it with phonemic awareness games. You teach the pattern directly. And just when you're feeling confident, they throw in morphology. Quick distinction: derivational morphemes change meaning or part of speech, happy to unhappy or happiness. Inflectional morphemes adjust grammar but keep the word basically the same: jump, jumping, jumps. Also watch for extreme words like only or never. Those are usually wrong. Finally, fluency. Automaticity matters because decoding takes cognitive energy. If all your brain power goes into sounding out words, there's nothing left for comprehension. Fluency reduces that load, so comprehension strategies can actually work. And remember this final test mindset shift. Sometimes the best move is recursive. Going back to reteach a skill based on data is not failure. It's good instruction, and it's exactly what these exams want you to recognize. So as you practice, keep asking, is this sound only or print based? Is this the next logical step? Is the instruction explicit and systematic? And is going back the smartest way to move forward? If you want deeper support to actually pass your exam, head to kathleenjasper.com and make sure you're following me on social media for more strategies, tips, and free resources. Thanks for listening.